spectacle, a cavalcade of dancing lights trying to hype this crowd into a frenzy, and it's working because they know what a huge matchup is in store. Welcome to the home of the Clemson Tigers, Death Valley in Clemson, South Carolina. As we'll see a participant from last year's playoff, the Western Kentucky Hilltoppers, taking on a fellow ACC opponent, the Clemson Tigers. For EA Sports College Football, Reese Davis with you alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. And guys, can't wait to get this one started. Clemson will boot it away to get this one started. Here he comes with the return. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. So the Western Kentucky Hilltoppers offense is on the field for the first time today. And what a performance, an aerial show from this guy in the last game, and he has to have a ton of confidence coming into this one, David.
Yeah, it was a great week. And watching that tape before this game, like you could tell, man, he was seeing it quick. The ball was coming out, just touchdowns at will. A really nice day. And I think, Jesse, you take that and you start to build on it for this offense and really continue to trust him to make plays through the air.
Yeah, that's a good point. I think he really earned his offensive coordinator's trust after that performance. So I'm anticipating the playbook to expand a little bit in this game. Maybe see some new schemes in the passing game just based on what this guy was able to do the last time he took the field.
They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker. This crowd going to try to make life miserable for these guys. They make the stop at the 41, but it's a 15-yard pickup, and they're rolling with a first down.
You want to settle everybody in on the road? You want to take the nerves away? Run the football. Really, really good job. The offensive line, they're physical and nasty. They're not nervous. They're not worried about this crowd getting loud. They just want to hit you right in the mouth, and they started the game off with some good physicality.
This time, stopped in the backfield and finding the sledding a little tougher than on that last run.
Man, how fast did they get in there and make that tackle for a loss? If you blinked, you missed it. Nice job by the defense getting penetration. Everybody up near the line of scrimmage, shooting the gaps quick, getting in the backfield, getting the guy on the ground.
Makes the grab, but not quite enough for the first down, but a good gain on that play.
One of the most difficult things about this slot receiver is his shiftiness and his athleticism. He's very, very difficult to tackle after the catch.
On the move. And he scoots his way to the first. And then slides to avoid the hit.
You know, you talk so much about QBs, right? And having to make really good decisions. There's a great example. He didn't see anybody open downfield. He didn't hesitate for 1 second. He put his head down, and he took off and went right.
Turning it on. The freshman brought down after a really nice run there. The Hilltoppers line it up with a 1st and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
Well, they're trying to run the football there, just nowhere to go. They got dominated up front at the point of attack.
And the pass is incomplete, jarred loose by the hit. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. It's 3rd and goal and 3rd and long. Looking to pass. It's Mooney. Oh, they really could have used that catch there. Physical pass defense. It brings up a 4th down. They've decided to try to go for the field goal here. This whole play is going to see if this kicker can operate in the sea of noise. And it's no good. He missed it. Kicker couldn't quite get it through, and the scoreboard remains the same. So the Clemson Tigers offense has the ball for the first time. And, David, their quarterback hasn't always blown you away statistically, but he is a guy that the coaches trust.
Yeah, and he'll show you some flashes of why you should trust him, Reese. But here's the thing. This is not a guy that we're saying, go win me the football.
And the Heat gets there, and they get him down at the 14-yard line.
And that's going to be the challenge for this offense tonight, is holding up against this pass rush. They are one of the best defenses in the entire nation because of their ability to get pressure on the quarterback. They're going to have to do a much better job tonight protecting their guy, or they've got no shot.
You make up the game plan and not a lot on the play sheet for this. 3rd and long from inside their own 20. Looking downfield, and he needs a bunch. And that defense gets to him, and down he goes at the 9. So Clemson is lining up to punt this one away. Doesn't say much for your drive when you're looking forward to the punt. Puts a boot to it. Didn't see a lot of him in that loss last week. Only called on twice. Really good job by the coverage team to make the stop, and that's where they'll put it in play. Here comes the Western Kentucky offense back onto the field. A blown opportunity, missing that short field goal on the last drive, and now they'll try to put something on the board here. Guys, they're really starting to find a rhythm in conference play now. They'll try to keep it going through the rest of this ACC slate.
I think it's really important because they're building confidence early in the season. There were a lot of expectations on this team to play well, and they
breaks into the open. Brought down at the 21-yard line, a 15-yard pickup, and they are in prime position to get points now. Just on the edge of the red zone. 1st and 10 from the 21. The RPO, fire complete to the left. They're able to keep him out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 2 after the big play in the passing game. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. This defense might be reeling after those last 2 and now facing 1st and goal. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender.
And this is the area of the field where you need a really good back. You can depend on, you can give him the football. He's going to hit a little crease and just...
Zeke gets it done.
The defense knew coming into this game they were going to have their hands full. Not only did they have to worry about these running backs in the running game, they had to worry about the quarterback as well. On designed runs and on scrambles, they didn't have an answer for him right there.
And they did tack on that extra point with no problem. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Clemson ready to dial up some ball plays. They've got it on offense. They really didn't move the ball at all the last time they had it, hoping for better fortune this time around. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield.
And that's why he is an All-American caliber player. He is just so physical and dominant against the run. He's able to shed blockers, use his athleticism, use his speed, get to the ball carrier and bring him down. Simply one of the best box defenders you're going to find in the entire country.
The big tight end tries to make a catch, and you can tell he extends for the ball, but great job by the defender getting in there, making the hit, dislodging the football out at the same time as he's going to catch it, and the big tight end couldn't hold on to it.
We talked to the coaches coming into this one. They know field position was going to be a huge factor for them winning this one. They had a really nice punt earlier in this game. Great job getting down and covering it. Won't surprise me if they decide to play it safe again here on 4th.
He'll get it up to about the 44-yard line before they slam the brakes on him. The Hilltopper offense comes onto the field again. Already a solid start to this one. Now back to work with this 7-0 lead. Dropping back, it's Mooney. Here he goes breaking the pocket. Got a man. It's Booker.
He came into this year with big expectations. Everybody expecting him to stat it up. And now with that last completion, he's already over 2,000 yards passing for the season.
From the gun, they'll try to impose their running game. Tackle is made at the 44 after the 5-yard gain and the first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. They'll ride the hot hand.
The big fella in the middle, man. Those defensive tackles, they go such a long way in deciding and really stopping the other team's run game. Just forcing contact with those guards and those centers, owning the line of scrimmage, and getting running backs on the ground.
With the catch, it's Bacon. They'll wrestle him down just short of the first down. I don't even think they're going to bring out the chains to measure this one. Beneath the shadow of Howard's Rock, Death Valley is rocking, trying to help the Tigers on third down. They make the stop, but he'll have enough yardage for a first down.
This is one of the top 10 offenses in the nation in getting first downs. To do that, you got to have balance. You can't always throw for it on third down. You've got to be able to run it as well. And they've got a dude in the backfield who just knows how to move the chains.
There's a lot of QBs that when they get hit and when they get hurried and when they get pressured, they become very average. Really nice job by the defense pressuring the quarterback.
Moving, keeping the eyes downfield. He's open on the right. He's stopped and forced out of bounds just short of the 10-yard line. They'll mark it at the 11.
Nice job by the receiver on the back end there, too. He sees his quarterback on the run moving, and he just works to get himself open to give his guy a place to throw the football. They're able to connect, and they keep the drive going.
They'll give it to the back. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. It'll be second down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. Looking to throw, it's Mooney. Got his man on the right. They'll get it down to the 8-yard line on that throw and catch, and the defense is backed up against the wall. The terrain gets rough this deep in the red zone. Third down, they can pick up the first without scoring. Snags it. They will score. Touchdown, Western Kentucky.
Really nice job working the route and getting himself open. He was able to locate the football, snag it out of the air, and this guy now has 5 receiving touchdowns on the year.
Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. He'll return it. Pulled down at the 18, and the decision to bring it out of the end zone was not a good one. They'll start this drive from the 18-yard line. To the air on first down. And the pass goes incomplete, but the flag is down, and this one might be on the offense.
Pass interference. Offense.
Some hand fighting at the point of the catch will draw the penalty, but this one is going to go against the offense. Out of the chute, quick toss to the right. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. And here comes the offense on second down. Back to pass. The screen, and watch out. Oh, he's got some speed. And he is brought down, but what a move he put on that first defender. It's 1st and 10 from the 31. Use the play fake, now to throw. Catch in the middle, it's Street. And they don't drag him down until he gets all the way to the 46-yard line. The Tigers with the 1st and 10. Looking downfield on first down. Quickly out to the tight end. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the first. The Tigers with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. Off the play fake. Unloads to the wideout. And it'll be incomplete. This defense is physical and pass deep.
Not many receivers like to get hit. They just don't, okay? They're prima donnas. That's what they are. That's who they are. Nice job by the defender. You could tell he was catching the football. He was going to put a hit on him to make it.
Quarterback can't pull the trigger, and down he goes at the 41.
And that's what I like most about this defense. When you try to take shots and make big plays, they get to the quarterback. They get him on the ground. Their third sack of the day. And this is a unit that ranks in the top 10 in sacks in the country.
Pocket breaking down. Got away from trouble and got rid of it. Makes the grab. And he earns a first down, and boy, did he earn it after taking that lift. They've got it at the 36 on 1st and 10. Running back searching for a hole. Got enough for the first down and wants more. A huge chunk play as he gets it all the way down to the 11. And the Tigers just got that huge run. They love another explosive play. We're through one period, and these receivers are showing out big time. Take a look at the stats. They largely dominated the first quarter and built a nice lead to get started. So first down here as they go back to work. Off play action on first down. There's the pressure. Flips it out in the flat. They've got it down to the 3-yard line. Really well done on that throw and catch. Second down coming up on this red zone opportunity.
Good news for this offense is it hasn't taken them a long time to get into a rhythm in the passing game. That's already his 100th completion on the season. He'll put up some big numbers this year if they keep up at this pace.
And, man, it's nice to have a guy that is just better than your guys. And no matter what play you call, man, how about him getting in the backfield quick, penetrating, using his quickness, and using his strength to get him to the ground? That is a baller.
Bring in the heat. And the pressure gets him back at the 8-yard line. And the field goal unit is on the field. And as a holder picks his spot, it'll be a 25-yard attempt. It's good, and that was dead solid perfect. So are forced to settle for the field goal. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
ACC action, fellas, and all week there's been intrigue about this one. Syracuse is currently ahead in this one, but I don't see Jim Brown or Ernie Davis or even Donovan McNabb out there. This team has struggled to pull away. They're up by 11 over NC State. It wouldn't be the ACC if there weren't this kind of storyline, guys, and we promise to keep you posted.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. That one could really put this drive into high gear as they have a first down at the 37. Back to throw, it's Mooney. Working that left side now. Nice gain on that play, but a little bit short of the first down.
One of the things you love about this running back is not only can he run between the tackles, but he's also a weapon in this offense catching the football.
Red pass, it's complete. They knock him down, but he's got enough to get it across the line and pick up the first. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Looking for a physical attack from the gun. Got enough for the first, and he's still going. And he's brought down after a nice gain. Moving into scoring territory at the 36 on first down. Not this time. After finding running room on the previous play, nowhere to go this time around as the defense rises up. Got some work to do after that last play, 2nd and 13. Quarterback may change this route. He'll go to work in the air on 2nd down. He uncorks one deep. Oh, he dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch.
That is not good news for this offense, guys. I mean, the defense only brought 3 on that play, and they were still able to get after the quarterback. This O-line has got to play back.
Gets it out quickly. He gets it to the 34-yard line. An excellent 3rd down defense, and 4th down's coming up. And the Hilltoppers will line up to punt it away. He ought to be able to use this first punt to pin him deep. First one's on its way. The leg ought to be strong. Only called on twice in the victory last week.
That's a great job downing the football, setting your defense up, great field position. A lot of times you let that thing bounce one too many times and it climbs in the end zone, but that was a good job of making sure you downed it and set your D up.
He was able to squirt free and pick up just a few on that one.
I love it. The defense brings extra bodies near the line of scrimmage. They choose to blitz, get to him, try to speed up the processor just a little bit, force the scramble, no damage done. Nice job by this defense making him think really quickly and make a decision.
The Tigers headed quickly to the line. They'll try to get the first through the air. Firing to the right, complete. On the move at the 30. And they are pushing the ball down the field. A big pickup on that one, and the tackle is finally made.
We always talk about yak, and that was 3rd and very manageable. They were just throwing the ball to the sticks, just trying to pick up a simple first. But when you've got playmakers like that can do things after the catch, any play could be an explosive one, and you saw it right there. Tremendous job getting it to him early, and he does the rest.
Wants to throw on 1st down. Got out of trouble, got rid of it. Makes the grab along the sidelines, and they get enough for the 1st down.
Well, you haven't seen a lot of incompletions from this guy now in his last 2 games out. Completed over 70% of his throws last week. He's doing it again in this game. As a head coach, you got to love the fact that
nowhere to go, and the ball is loose. Defense covering it up and not letting the offense get it back. It's a turnover.
And that is exactly how you draw it up. You get to the quarterback, but you get the football out. You hit him, you try to rake it out. Great job by the defense, getting the sack, getting the fumble.
Hold it, finds his man on the left. And just a short, safe pass play. They pick up a few.
I like the idea by the quarterback there. You're trying to get this first down, so you find the tight end, see if he can make a guy miss or shake a tackle. Not able to get it done.
To the air, it's Mooney. They get to him as he throws. Oh, he makes the play. It's intercepted. And they'll close in on him after a good return on the interception.
And he makes a play in the back end. Nice job reading the pass, and that's his 2nd of the season. This guy, unbelievable job seeing the quarterback, breaking on the quarterback, and going and getting that big play.
He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage. What will they dial up on 2nd and a long way to go? Looking to fire. And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact on the play, but no flags. It'll be 3rd down. Now this offense tries to figure out a way to move the chains after the 2nd down misfire. On 3rd and long, he's going to have to throw for it. He did not make it a stone wall on 3rd down. And for the 2nd time tonight, they'll trot out the field goal kicker. And he'll have to find the line and generate some power, a 46-yarder from the left. It's good. He hit that one right down the middle. That'll make it a 1-possession game. The lead is 8. After putting up the field goal, they're set to kick it away. Here's the return from inside his 10. He was looking for more running room, but none to be found as he stopped at the 23. Here comes the Western Kentucky offense back onto the field. Last drive ended with a pick, but you still have to attack through the air. Looking to throw on first down. And that incomplete pass caused by the big hit on first down. Second down coming.
You know, it's difficult for QBs sometimes when you're throwing to your running backs because they're not receivers. You really got to be perfect with the ball placement. You got to make that a catchable throw. A little bit too tough for the RB on that.
And it goes through his hands. Oh, he had an explosive play right there for the taking, but couldn't reel it in. It's getting loud in here, and they may raise the dues on Ipke if they can stop him on third down. Makes the grab. Ripping off a pretty good chunk of yardage. They've got it out to the 41 with a first down. The Hilltoppers come to the line with a fresh set of downs. We asked earlier this week, who's your favorite receiver? And, of course, he said the open one. But we know who he really wants to go to on third down.
The best one. I think the open one, obviously the politically correct answer. But you want to find the guy that you got that great chemistry with. You know exactly where he's going to be. You got that bond and that trust.
They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple.
And that's how you respond as a defense, man. You give up 9 yards on first down. Second down, man, they bring some pressure. They are in the backfield fast, and they make the tackle for a loss and completely flip the script. Almost a guaranteed first down on second down, and now maybe even put them in a passing situation on third down.
And the Hilltoppers will send out the punt unit. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. The ball hits at the 5, and it'll go into the end zone for a touchback. They've got a little time here to put together a productive drive late in the half. They'll start this drive going to the air. Clock stops. We have reached the 2-minute timeout, and they've got a chance to lock this thing up before the break. Backed up now. Here's second and long. Wants to go up top. Oh, they're after him. And the quarterback goes down at the 11-yard line. Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On third and long, you'll have to turn it loose deep. And that one's incomplete. We're taking a shot there, but couldn't hook up. Clemson will send the punt team out. 3 and out, and not much choice but to get rid of the ball. He'll field the punt. Excellent coverage that time. Didn't give him any room to set up a big return. The Hilltopper offense comes onto the field again. Guys, it's been an entertaining first half, and not a lot of time left to put some more points on the board.
No, but you got this possession right here to maybe go into the half tied up. So good first half, but a great way, Jesse, to end this first half.
Yeah, you'd love to take that momentum into the second half. And listen, this offense practices 2-minute every single week for this exact situation. They'd love to be able to go generate a few more points before taking it into the locker room.
And the defense snows him under after a very short game.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
The Hilltoppers decide to punt it away. And the punt hits at the 6, and they can't down it, and it'll be a touchback. Clemson has their paws on it, and they'll send out the offense. So late in the half, this is really an opportunity, David, maybe to swing the momentum in their favor.
Dang right. There's no time to be concerned. If we're a little bit down, listen, I just think this is a point with the offense that they can prove. Like, we're here, we're going to create something now that we can build on in the second half.
Coach said all week he wanted to be aggressive. This is a great opportunity to show that right now. At the end of the first half, try and generate some momentum, score some points before going into halftime.
stopped at the 44, but he got 10 on the play. There's a timeout on the field. Tight game here late in the first half. Turns it loose deep. And they dialed up a shot play, but they couldn't hook up.
Well, we know this offense hasn't been able to get it going on the ground so far in this game. Now they're trying through the air, but give this defense credit. They've got a really good game plan. They've got all 11 guys on that side of the ball executing perfectly. Fantastic job in the back end that time, being in position and making sure that thing fell incomplete.
And the quarterback knew exactly where he wanted to go with the football, had time, spins the ball deep. Nice job by this offense, understanding what the defense is giving them and creating the explosive play.
The offense just has not been able to find a way to get their rhythm going here in the first half. We just haven't seen it in the passing game. That was a really good example of it again. If they're going to score more points in the second half, they've got to make some adjustments here at halftime.
And here on second down, they'll send out the field goal unit to try to get 3 before the break. And the kicker delivers the 3 to salvage that drive. That'll cut this lead down to 5.
And listen, y'all know in the booth and everywhere how I feel about kickers. Don't always love leaving it on their foot, so to speak, but nice job executing. He keeps doing stuff like that. I'll keep trotting him out there.
That late in the half field goal always gives you a little boost going to the locker room, and they'll need to finish off these final few seconds and not allow them to answer. He'll bring it out from inside his own 10. Coverage team there to make the stop. They avoid disaster, and that's the end of the first half. We played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Thanks, guys. A first half that saw a little bit of everything there in Death Valley. And the undisputed star of the half has been that lockdown corner. The coaches told us how good he was, but I almost think they undersold how impactful he would be. Ultra physical with zero hesitation. And with hands like that, I wonder if they don't think about using him in the passing game at some point. Time to see how things play out the rest of the way as we send it back to our guys in Death Valley.
Thanks for that halftime report, Kevin. And the Hilltoppers will kick it off to start the second half. On the run from inside his own 5. Makes a move. What a great return, and he flips the field to start this drive off, and he just about scored himself. It is so good to have a dangerous return man. Off the play fake on first down. Working the middle, it's complete. All down, but he has enough to move the chains. With a first down, they'll snap it from the 32. The give to the running back from the shotgun. Done enough for the first. Touchdown, Tigers! And that one will give them the lead. And a huge run from the back for 6.
Man, it's nice to have a running back that can do that. That makes everything else easy on offense. Hey, hand it to that guy, he makes a big play. Yes, please.
And the extra point was good to finish things off. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Here comes the Western Kentucky offense back onto the field. Another opportunity here. They had to punt it on their last possession, but this time tight game, hoping to get something on the board. There he goes. And he's brought down after a nice game.
And offensively, I love running these drag routes. I mean, these are the routes that, whether it's zone, whether it's man, they're so successful. It's just about seeing what the defense is doing and getting it to him in open space. Nice job. The wide receiver has some space. After the catch, able to go make extra yards. Nice pitch and catch.
Out of the gun, the inside handoff, looking for a crease. Creating some space, getting just enough good blocking, and they got it up to the 47-yard line. On 3rd and short, they'll go to the power running game. Nice job to pick up the first down, and they'll spot it at the 42.
It was so important this offense was able to find a way to get in the rhythm, and the running game is now helping that. 2 straight punts on their previous 2 drives. This drive, though, they're having a little bit more success. Big reason why is this running back. He's been able to find some creases to run through, and it's really helping out this offense.
They'll run it from the gun. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Now he's looking to throw it. Gets it out fast. He works his way inside the 30 down to the 29 and picks up a first down.
And a great job by the QB finding the running back, getting the football where he can do some damage after the catch, and most importantly, get the first down.
Knocked down after a gain of 1 to the 27.
And what's the closest guy to the football, man? It's those defensive tackles, and those guards and centers have to work together. They got to get those guys and get some movement. They don't on this play, and the big fella eats. Nowhere to go. When you run into him, you usually meet the ground.
Nice job by the receiver there, running the drag route against zone coverage, finding the soft spot, making it easy on his quarterback to get the completion. He turns it upfield, and he moves the sticks.
He's dragged down at the 12 as they try to cash in on this red zone opportunity. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Going to work in the red zone, they can't pick up the first down without getting it into the end zone. They'll give him 4 yards on the carry. It's down at the 8-yard line. Boy, they love to move the sticks here and take a shot at it on 1st and goal. They'll try to run for it. Touchdown, WKU! And they take it in for 6 more points. There have been miniseries, novels, movies, long-form plays that have been over in shorter period of time than that drive. That was a marathon.
And that's just so frustrating when you're a defensive guy, time and time again, trying to get the stops, and they just keep making the plays, and they punch it in for a touchdown. Demoralizing.
Clemson ready to dial up some ball plays. They've got it on offense. They had to stand by and watch that scoring march, and now it's up to them to find a way to answer it. And how about the work up front by that big defensive line? They got nothing on the last play at 2nd and 10. Tight end in motion, see how the D reacts. He'll pull it on the read. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. They're going to keep this drive going. They'll have to make a play on 3rd and long from the 26. From the gun, wants to pass. Rushes on him. Just threw that one away to avoid disaster.
Defense has been looking so good on this drive so far. They already set up 3rd and long, and now they take all the throws away down the field. Great job in coverage. Great job reading the QB's eyes. So there's nowhere for him to go with it. He's got to throw it away.
He's got great speed. Well, they finally stop him, but he found some running room on that return and really helps out his offense to start this drive. The Hilltopper offense comes onto the field again. He stuck the last drive in the end zone. They'll try to follow suit here. But jet sweep pass. He is stopped behind the line of scrimmage. They'll lose yards on that one.
Really good job by the defense, seeing it and going and getting it. Nice job understanding the touch pass. It could happen. Those guys go in motion, man. I got to understand. Safety's got to see that, start flying down, getting ready to play that. Nice job by the defense being ready for that play.
Stopped after a good pickup, and he'll be just a tad short of the first down. Beneath the shadow of Howard's Rock, Death Valley is rocking, trying to help the Tigers on 3rd down. Absolutely nowhere to go as this defense makes a 3rd down stop. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Would have been a long field goal, 54 yards from here, so instead they'll try to move the chains. It's 4th and short. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. It's picked up. Don't see that very often from this Heisman Trophy candidate. He'll try to take it back. And he's going to score on the interception. Touchdown, Tiger.
And that's That's going to make the defensive coordinator happy because he's just hoping his defense can get off the field there on 4th down. Just get a stop, get a tackle, back the ball away. We're going to pick it off, and we're going to take it to the house. Great play.
And he takes this from inside the 5. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. Here comes the Western Kentucky offense back onto the field. Well, the good news is they threw a touchdown pass last time. It was just trying to beat the D deep. And he throws another interception, his 3rd of the night. Nice pickup on the return, but more important, they got the takeaway, and now they're in business. Offense working from the pistol. Defense loves to show heat and try to confuse the quarterback. They'll try the run.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
Throwing right. He's got it. He works his way inside the 30 down to the 29 and picks up a 1st down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Grabbed in the middle. It's Street. The ball is down at the 14 after that grab.
Well, you're seeing the balance this offense has and how they can create explosive plays in a variety of ways. We just saw one come in the run game, and now you see one coming in the passing game. I'll tell you, they've got this defense on their heels.
He'll be hauled down just inside the 10 at the 9 as they're trying to turn this into a score. Trying play action. And he really needed to hold on to that one, but it was not loose, and 3rd down is coming. They'd love to pick up this 3rd down and get a fresh set with 1st and goal. On 3rd down, he drops to throw. He caught it! And he'll run out of bounds just short of the goal line. Wanted to get it in, but couldn't quite get home. Let's see what Clemson comes up with on 1st and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball.
And this is an area of the field, man, who can be more physical. And you know I'm going to run the football a lot of times in these goal-to-go situations. 1st and goal, can I be physical? Can I get closer? The defense won that physical battle. Interested to see now if the offense thinks they can still run, or do they go to the passing game?
They'd love to make this short field pay off with a touchdown instead of a field goal, but it's 3rd and goal. Let's it fly. Touchdown, Tigers. Fitted in the window for the score.
Well, one of the areas they really focused on with this receiver in the offseason was we need you to make more plays for us in the end zone. We're taking shots. We need you to be able to step up and make tough catches. And David, what a grab right there.
And I think a lot of that has to do with trusting your guy, knowing where he's going to be, knowing when he's going to sit down, when he's not, so being on the same page, and then having a guy that can go get it. Just when the ball is near him, he's going to make the play, just like he did right there for 6 points.
Hilltopper offense comes onto the field again. Well, the good news about this drive, Jesse, it can't go worse than last time through a pick on the first play.
No, it certainly can't. I think one good way, David, to help your quarterback turn the page is just find him an easy.
Oh, he's ready to take a shot. Oh, he had it. The deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers.
Well, you can see the frustration on this guy's face. He's one of the best receivers in college football, and they knew coming into this game that he had to get touches, but you can't say enough about how good this defense has been defending him. They've always had an answer, whether it's single coverage, double coverage, man or zone. They have not let him go off, and that's a big reason why they're winning this game.
And you got to focus, right? The first thing you're looking at as a defensive lineman, the first thing you understand is the ball starts with a snap count. I have to line up, see the ball. When the ball moves, I move. I know it's simple, but you still see guys jumping off sides all the time.
Not much doing there. He gets it to the 26, a gain of 1. It's getting loud in here, and they may raise the dues on MK if they can stop him on 3rd down. Really nice job to get it past the sticks, pick up the first down at the 30. These guys have staggered around a little bit in this one. It would be a really good time to get things going if they want to hold off the upset bid.
But they're the favorite for a reason, Reese, and they've got the playmakers on the field. They're only one play away from completely changing the momentum in this game. So the underdog, David, they've got to keep playing at a high level.
And they're the underdogs for a reason. So that they've got to have some things go their way. They got to catch some breaks. And all they want to do, continue to fight, continue to hang around as long as possible and stay within a play or stay within some kind of big game-changing momentum play.
Looking to throw, it's Mooney. Fakes the grab. He stopped at the 45 after picking up 10 yards and the first down. The Hilltoppers come to the line with a new set of downs. Finds his tight end. And the defense had that one well covered, just a short gain there.
Yeah, nice job by the defense staying glued to him. Getting him on the ground as soon as he catches the football. Knowing he's a threat, I'm not going to let this guy get out of my sights. Nice job by the D.
Got his man quickly. Turning it on. Perhaps a touchdown-saving tackle at the 17. That big pickup on what they call the drag route, but if you hit it on time, you can hit the turbo boosters.
And you've got to be accurate on the throw, too, Reese. Nice job by the QB there, putting it out in front of his receiver to make an easy catch and then advance it.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. And a lot of times we don't focus on it enough. But how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
What a hit by the defender. That's a good throw, and that was going to be caught. But how about the defender dislodging the football from its intended target? Nice job.
Just enough time for one more snap before the end of the quarter. And into the end zone, and he'll race it to the house. Touchdown, Topper.
You know, this guy's had a big role in this offense this year, especially when they get down close to the end zone. That's his 5th rushing touchdown on the year. He's been a factor for these guys offensively.
And they had the extra point to finish the drive. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. And they'll get off one more play before the end of the quarter. Expect some pressure coming from the blitz. And after a very short pickup on that run, we have come to the end of the 3rd quarter. We've come to the end of the quarter, and Clemson has the lead. Let's take a quick look at the national rankings to see how this playoff race is shaping up. So the final period starts with a 2nd down play. Back to pass. Under fire. Quarterback feeling the pressure, and down he goes at the 22.
I think this quarterback now at this point is looking over to the sideline saying, hey, can we just not throw it anymore? I mean, my guys, they can't block for me. I've got no chance back here. We need to just run the ball from this point out.
Here comes the heat. Fires on the move. And that's incomplete. A defender all over him. Knocked the ball to the ground. 4th down coming up. So Clemson is lining up to punt this one away. That leg is staying loose. Already the 5th kick of the night. Wants to return it. That's a perfect example of not settling for a fair catch. Pick up whatever yardage you can and help out the offense. Here comes the Western Kentucky offense back onto the field. This certainly hasn't been their best day, but there's no time for mistakes now. They have to execute if they want to snatch this thing from the fire. From the gun, the give, looking for room. Breaks into the open. They finally wrestle down the senior, but not before he picks up some valuable ground. Now they've moved it just inside the 40. 1st and 10 from the 39. Open space at the 25. Touchdown, Hilltoppers. They've got the lead here in the 4th.
And this offense really showing their physicality, running the football when it matters, in the 4th quarter, in crunch time, to take the lead in this football game.
And the extra point was good as they finished the drive. The kickoff unit is out there, and boy, did that last drive quiet this crowd. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Clemson has their paws on it, and they'll send out the offense. They didn't get much done the last time they had it, and to punt it away from deep in their own territory, hoping this drive will be more productive. Out across the 30 mark, down at the 35 after the 10-yard gain. Ball is at the 35. It's 1st and 10. They'll run it out of the shotgun. And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it. The Tigers have put themselves in dire straits after that last play. It's 2nd and a mile. Now the play fake. Shoots it to the left. That one never had a chance. Incomplete.
This defensive linemen have tents in the backfield. Goodness gracious, they're camping out back there, hitting the quarterback time and time again. When you've sacked him this much, of course he's going to be flustered. Of course he wants to get rid of the football.
Trying to get rid of it. Another incompletion on 3rd down.
And this is a tough time for this offense because you're in passing mode. You're in comeback mode, and what is that? The defense knows that. Like, they're pinning their ears back. They're coming after the quarterback, and you've already struggled protecting your guy today and creating those explosive plays. This offense is going to have to buckle up and really protect their guy in front.
He did a great job finding some running room on that return and was able to set up the offense with good field position. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. The Hilltopper offense comes onto the field again. And now that cushion is a little bit smaller, Jesse, and any mistake would get magnified.
Yeah, a little bit of pressure now on this offense too, David. I think they got to go back to their playmakers and get these guys going in the game.
No doubt. Find those plays you know you can run them in your sleep. You make sure you execute. Build this lead a little bit bigger. Put this thing away in the 4th quarter.
The give to the back. Powers through the defender. He had all kinds of company as soon as he got it. He had to fight his way back just to get to the line of scrimmage.
And when you're down later in the football game, you got to start taking some chances. And that was a beautiful run blitz. Great job playing the probability, understanding it might be a run to run some clock, and they guess right, and they make a big play for this defense.
Got his man to the left. Knocked down immediately, but they couldn't stop him from getting the big gainer to the 30.
And you just get the feeling that this defense has to find a way to get off the field and get the football back at this juncture of the game, trailing late if they're going to win.
The sure hands, it's late. The ball is down at the 14 after that grab.
You got to love how they just continue to do what they do. It's the 4th quarter. You got a lead. There's no reason to get conservative. We're a passing offense. Great job on 1st down. Better job on 2nd down. This offense continuing to stay in a rhythm.
They've got a lead here in the 4th quarter, and there's certainly still plenty of football to go, but this is where you'd love to control the flow of the game, right? You want to dictate everything to the defense, and you do that by running the football. That was a really nice run. This offensive line is firing off late. Looks like they're getting stronger as the game goes on, and that is a good sign for the offense.
He bullies his way all the way down to the 5-yard line. Really need to pick up this conversion and avoid having to settle for the field goal. They'll try to pick it up on the ground. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Western Kentucky. They build this 4th quarter lead, and they are just minutes away from going 5-0. And with the extra point, the lead is a dozen here in the 4th.
Wow, this offense, they have a lot of faith in this running back, knowing if they get down into this area of the field, he can get it done and he can answer the bell. 2 rushing touchdowns already for this offense.
Clemson ready to dial up some ball plays. They've got it on offense. They just didn't quite find the rhythm on that last drive, Jesse. They had to punt it.
I think they got to be more physical, David. I think up front they got to do a better job getting blocks and establishing this running game.
And how easy does football become if you're the more physical team? If you can threaten the run and then run play action, it opens up the whole offense at your disposal.
Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on second down. Misfired on the last play. They'll go back to the air. Get it out on the screen. And this one will be stopped for no gain. It'll be 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. He's going to throw deep right side. And that'll be incomplete. They certainly weren't afraid to take a shot there, and now it's 4th down.
I understand the sense of urgency for the offense now because you're trailing here by a lot in the 4th quarter, and you're just trying to take a shot to see if you can get on the board and get some of this momentum back. But the problem is the defense understands that, so they're playing coverage, and they're doing a good job on the back end. Nice job forcing the incompletion.
They thought they had a good plan, but it did not work. Here comes the Western Kentucky offense back onto the field. Give to the running back. And how about that play by that giant, that mountain of a man on the defensive front? Got stuffed on 1st down. It's 2nd and 10. Oh, he's got some space. Big pickup on the ground here to keep this drive moving and give them a 1st down. And the Hilltoppers look to do some damage in the red zone. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Going to work on 2nd down in the red zone, and still some ground to cover to pick up that 1st down. They keep it on the ground. Clock is their friend. And he'll step into the end zone. Touchdown, WKU. That'll give them a little more breathing room as they try to push this winning streak to 5. And no problem on the extra point as they push the lead to 19 here in the 4th. If you want to know how to reach this guy, just send his mail to the end zone. That's where he lives.
He definitely is today. And I think the defense has to be getting a little sick and tired of the same guy beating them time and time again.
Clemson has their paws on it, and they'll send out the offense. What a turn that last drive was. Didn't pick up the 4th down, and it led to the scoring drive, David.
Yeah, and those are frustrating because you think you might...
And he will get home, and the quarterback goes down at the 17. Clemson is quick to the line.
Well, what a great job by the defense and phenomenal effort chasing down the quarterback, getting that sack for a huge loss, and now they're licking their chops, lining up with tempo. They're ready to do it again.
This defense has kept them backed up. Now one more stop, and they can get off the field on 3rd and long. Under fire. And the quarterback goes down at the 11-yard line. Down by multiple possessions. They can't come up empty on this drive in the 4th quarter. They'll lost one deep down the right side. Can't complete the long throw, and the defense gets off the field on 4th down. Great place to start for this offense. Looking for a man. It's Mooney. Got his man down the middle. They go up top to get it down to the 5-yard line as they try to pay off this drive.
I think that time offensively, you're just trying to take what the defense is giving you, right? They're playing zone coverage. You got your big fella just working right over the ball.
Touchdown, Topper! And the pummeling has started. Now they've got a little breathing room after that score, and a Week 6 victory is in the offing, it appears.
And how about it? Everyone getting involved, getting the big tight end involved. This offense has done an unbelievable job scoring points. This defense has had no answers. Just keep it rolling, offense.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Clemson ready to dial up some ball plays. They've got it on offense. They were really aggressive going for it in their own end last time and put them in a tough spot, David.
Yeah, aggressive, reckless. They got to find the balance with this offense to really be productive. And last possession they went for it, they rolled the dice, Palmer, and it didn't work out for them.
Yeah, if you're better on 3rd down moving forward, though, you can keep yourself out of those situations.
And they'll spot it at the 38, and that'll be plenty for the 1st down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Looking to throw on first down. Here's the heat. That pressure got to him, and he just had to chuck it out of bounds. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. After the incompletion, back to the passing game. Trying to make magic on the scramble. Nice pickup there. Gets him the first down and sets him up at the 45-yard line. This Clemson offense moving quickly down the field. Motion from the wideout. Off the play fake on first down, wants to throw. Pressure is effective from the defense. They knock him down just behind the midfield stripe at the 48. And the Tigers now with a long way to go to pick up the first down. Sweet cut there. And a good solid pickup before the defense cuts him down. Now facing a 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. That will take us to the 2-minute timeout, and not much time left for this offense to put together a miracle. Coach has no choice here. The offense has to stay on the field, down multiple possessions this late. 4th down attempt coming. Fires to the right. He's got it in, more than enough for a first down. Inside the 35, knocked out of bounds. This offense with a big play, and they'll mark it at the 33. Clemson ready to go back to work with another first down. Use the play fake, now to throw. Quarterback feeling that pressure, and he's knocked down at the 42.
And that play is a microcosm of what this game has been. They have not been able to protect their quarterback all game long, early or late.
And he feels the heat coming, and it burns him up. Another sack. Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On 3rd and long, he'll need to loosen up that arm. That football must be riveted to your rib cage. How can you let it go? At least they fell on it. Down in the 4th quarter, it's too late for empty possession. He hurls one deep down the left side. And it's incomplete, and this defense makes a 4th down stop.
And I get it. That's for pride's sake. This game's over. Like, I know you're down and you try to mount drives, and sometimes you even try to get young guys in the game at this point. But now you're just fighting for pride and just letting them try not to get any more points in the scoreboard.
And with that one, he's now over 3 bills for the game.
And there's 2 reasons why, Reese. He's made good decisions, and he's been accurate throwing the football.
Fires toward the end zone. Almost intercepted. They took a shot on first down and just about turned the thing over.
And how about this offense? They're not worried about the clock. They're not worried about the score. They're not worried about early and down. Still trying to execute their offense. Still trying to make big plays. And they've had...
There he goes. An explosive play in the running game as he's got the first down. The Hilltoppers looking to take advantage of this red zone trip. They'll give it to him again. And the offense went right back to their man, and this time the defense was ready to stop him.
And that seemed a little off from the start, didn't it?
That was a big-time play, and it was off from the start because of the play he made.
And I don't think it would have mattered who was playing running back. There was absolutely nowhere to go.
He's tackled right at the 10-yard line, and they're trying to cash in on this drive. Back to the ground with the running back. He stopped short, and it's 4th down. And here comes the field goal team. Salt, meat open wound. Smashes it between the uprights. And they'll push that lead out a little further. That last score sort of felt like the finishing touches on a great meal, didn't it, as they get ready to line up for the kickoff. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Wants to go up top on first down. Just had to get rid of that one. Good job to avoid the loss.
And this is just one of those days, man, where everything has gone wrong, right? Like they just haven't been in a rhythm. They haven't got it going and never built the momentum. This is one of those days that you learn from, you try to grow from. A lot of things that we're going to show in the film room that people...
And he's all bottled up, and now it's worse. The ball's loose. Oh, the fumble, and the defense got it. Well, this one had all the suspense of a bug hurtling his way toward a windshield, and they did splatter them. An absolutely dominating performance.
You got to give the coaching staff a ton of credit. They obviously had their guys ready to play and motivated right from the opening kick. All three phases we saw, just spectacular football. No mental mistakes, David. You really can't play better than that.
Nah, it's really fun to do this. Come out and just dominate opponents. Start from finish. Nothing to worry about. You just know you're better. You're going to do you, put up a bunch of points, and win by a lot of points.
Thanks so much for spending some time with us. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis, and this has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.